and that's Hinu.
We're going to Lisbon.
So here I was. We've been talking about this trip since the beginning of our summer term. Once we finish our thesis, we have to go somewhere. Well, it was very vague and we basically had no money to start with. It took us some time. Deciding a place was major, and I'm so glad we ended up going to Portugal.
This like fifth. Hi guys. So we landed in Lisbon, and after a few hiccups, we finally found our Airbnb. We are very, very hungry, so we're just strolling around, trying to find something to eat, and it started raining.
It's started and I don't have my jacket.
And we don't have a jacket.
I don't know which one's good. Which one is it? Actually, the Caneca is the name of glass. It's a large beer that you can take from the draft. The beer is same. The brand name is same. Sagres. If I bring whatever is ready for us.
Yeah, please, we are very hungry.
I am the planner kind. I love traveling. So naturally, I always got super excited before my trips, planning every detail for weeks in advance, having everything ready to go. Like I used to have like 3 copies of my e-ticket which I could literally use from my phone screen. But this time, it was different. It felt different. I cared less. I left a lot of things last minute because honestly I just had no time to do it before. I didn't figure out my SIM, my money situation till I was at the airport. I forgot things. We had no EU travel adapters, with our phones dying trying to find our Airbnb the first night. We walked, searching for a bus stop, bought an adapter, climbed 5 flights of stairs twice before we finally went out and got food at this restaurant that served Indian, Nepalese and Portuguese food. The spicy noodles, the beer, the momos, that's what our soul needed.
I saw that.
I was happy that I was on a break, but I wasn't jumping with excitement. I had my phone, passport, wallet, so if something would happen to go wrong, I'll figure shit out. For the first time, I felt like I'm a grown-up, like I could handle things. Let's take a moment and appreciate the view. Because let's be real, we booked this room because of this very balcony.
That's the view from our room. Oh my god. And in from this tiny balcony, that's it. That's our room. And that's Hinu. Let's go.
Let's go.
We took one day at a time. I did have a few places marked on my Google Maps which either caught my eye or were recommendations, but I didn't beat myself up for not crossing off every place on my list. We did cover a few, we missed few, like the Santa Justa lift, which literally was 3 minutes from our place. We then sat inside the famous tram 28, although we crossed it numerous times. I guess these things are what makes you wanting to come back. We did got really lucky with our brunch spots, this place being popular among the tourists as well because of its balcony seating from where you can watch the famous yellow trams go past every few minutes.
And the food's here. We are sweet breakfast people.
I didn't have an itinerary this time, which meant that we were exploring the city at our own pace. I wasn't sad. I was happy that we rested, ate, explored, got lost and found some gems that we wouldn't have if we were to stick to all the tourist places. After all, that's all we remember. Not the place itself, but the experiences and how it made us feel. Like these bubbles. This very kind man used his sticks to control the huge string with loops attached to it, dunk it in soapy water and then release a wave of bubbles. It felt like a scene from a movie. The sun, the sea, and the bubbles shining in rainbow colors.
Thank you. It's like bubbly.
Lisbon was on my travel wish list for some time, but I had no idea that I could check it off so soon. Yes, there are so many places in Europe that we could have gone to, but we wanted somewhere A, warmer than London, and B, having cheaper flight tickets. Well, Lisbon was it.
Just have one stop, but we took the train. It's worth it. We have to use our car. Yeah.
If you didn't know, Portuguese wines are famous, and we booked ourselves a Portuguese wine tasting experience. It was truly amazing, and we learned quite a bit.
We came for a Portuguese wine tasting session, and this is our first wine before everyone arrives. This is what the setup looks like. I think it's around 6 wines that we're gonna taste today. Cheers.
Alright, so most of us are here, so let's just slowly get going, alright? And today we're going to talk about 6 Portuguese wines. And we're going to talk a little bit about the weather, the grapes, the regions, the culture. But I'll try my best for you to have a good time, okay? So, have you heard about green wine before? Yes, no, yes, no. So, Vinho Verde means green wine. Most of our vineyards are located in the center of the region because here in Lisbon City we have the houses, the cars, the roads, there's no space. So most of our vineyards are located nearby or in the area of Sintra. Have you heard about Sintra? Yeah. Or Sintra? It's the place with the castles. So it's a really beautiful area if you have a chance to go have a look. When he moved to the area, he noticed the neighbors would grow their own vineyards on the backyard of the houses. And people do that in Portugal for fun. It's not to brag, it's not to flex, it's not to make money, because they like to have their own wines and make their own wines. You have never had this grape before, because it's the only producer in the entire world that makes wine from these grapes. It's only 6,000 bottles produced per year. Good. The 1 year that we are trying to figure out, what if nothing goes back to normal? What if we don't have this anymore? So that gave us the opportunity to focus and produce a wine. So 2 weeks ago, we got delivered the first batch of a wine that's produced by us.
Oh,
so this wine you have right now is our own wine. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So you want the first one trying it, that's why it's not beginner yet. And the name of the wine is Portugal 265 Plus. Portugal 265 Plus. Okay?
And the story behind the name.
Yes, Portugal.
We have too much wine. We are not able to finish this. That's the fifth one. And we are already feeling it. Oh my god.
Not gonna lie, the volume of the room significantly went up with every glass served.
Bring that and export that in my laptop.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you buy it on internet or?
Yeah.
Can I take a photo?
In the last clip, those ladies were asking us about the camera and ordered it right then and there and charged it on the company card. I mean, how cool. We were a bunch of people just enjoying our time there. This is so steep.
Exhausted. Look at the slope.
Yes, there were ups and downs throughout. Like here, Hina struggling with her hair while I passed out on our journey. Before arriving to this gorgeous location, I mean, look at it. We were at the Museum of Art, Architecture and Technology, closer to the sea, with the famous 26th of April bridge in the background, which looks like the Golden Gate. The architecture of the museum was a piece of art. We watched the sunset, soaked in the view and headed inside the museum, which, by the way, was total bummer from inside, except this massive fabric installation, which one could see from a ticket counter as well. The rest of the gallery, not my vibe. Clearly, not every place was a hit. While the wine tasting was one of the best experiences we had, the dinner, the quirky atmosphere, the burger, the DJ, everything was just good to look at. The food wasn't great, it was way too salty. The songs were a hit or miss. We had to change our seats because of our view, which was a couple making out on a couch in front of us. They were in desperate need to get a room, and we were in desperate need to get some air and some ice cream.
Sorry. One kind of chocolate, the biscuit thing, and tiramisu. Took us longer than expected to find this place, but we're here. This is gonna be a breakfast spot.
Another day and another banging brunch spot. This was the second location and it was opened like a month ago, they said. The interior, the aesthetic, the ceilings, the chairs, the arches, the yellow wall, just everything about this place was so beautiful. The designer in me was really, really happy. And we can't forget the food, of course. I wish I could have gone back and eaten here again because the food was just amazing. I'm so happy Hinal found this place. We took our sweet time eating here, chilling, clicking pictures that we had just no time for the Santa Juice the lift. Yup, this is the one I was talking about. We already packed our bags and left the Airbnb, and we were not in a mood to stand in a long queue for hours, so we left.
We look like proper travelers. Actually, like in front, like in the back. Is that the train station? Itna sundar. This?
We were leaving Lisbon to go to a nearby city to spend one day there. The city of palaces, the city that was recommended by the internet and by the wine tasting host. Yes, we were going to Sintra. The vlog that I should start editing just about now. So, see you in the next one.